Hey guys, Fred here from Flat5 Music Studios. Today I'm going to be teaching you about the song Dream On by Aerosmith. Let's get started. So the very first chord of this song starts with this D minor shaped chord. We're going to be playing the same shape on frets 4, 5, and 6. So that's going to sound like this. Notice that we're strumming two strings at the same time, strings 1 and 2. Followed by this C on the third string. You're just going to play that twice in a row. For the next chord, we have a C minor. This is on frets 3, 4, and 5 of strings 1, 2, and 3. We're going to strum this chord exactly the same way as the previous chord. For the third chord of the song, finger 1 and 2 are going to switch strings. So finger 1 is going to move up to the second string, and finger 2 is going to move down to the first string. So you end up with this pretty cool looking shape here. This chord is called a D minor 7 flat 5. After that, you're going to take fingers 1 and 2 and move them over to fret 2 and 3. Same exact shape, we're just moving from frets 3 and 4 on over to frets 2 and 3. Then we're going to use our pinky on the 5th fret of string 3. So you have the first 4 chords of the song there. Let's play that back. Alright, so that would complete the first phrase of the beginning of the song. After that, we're going to go to the first chord again. Then we have a new chord here. This chord, we have our second finger on that same C that we've had with every chord on the 3rd string of the 5th fret. We have our 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the B string and our 4th finger on the 6th fret of the E string. That chord is called an F suspended 4. After that, we're going to take the same C note, but we're going to use our first finger, the 6th fret on the B string with our 2nd finger, and our pinky on the 8th fret of the 1st string. This chord here is an F5. So for this chord, you're going to strum it the same way that you strummed all the other chords, but you're going to strum the 3 strings at the same time at the end, 1 extra time. So that would sound again like this. So let's put both of those times together, and it sounds like this. Okay, so for this next part, we're going to start on the 6th fret, string 2 and string 1. We're using fingers 2 and 3. We're going to play those 2 notes at the same time. This is an interval of a 4th. So you're going to play that 1 time. After that, you're going to switch with the first finger on the 4th fret of the 1st string. So this is kind of a wide stretch here between finger 1 and 2. Again, we're on frets 4 and 6 of string 1 and 2. This is a minor 3rd interval. So we go from the 4th interval to the minor 3rd. You're strumming each chord 1 time. Then you're going to go back to the 4th. So that sounds like this. Right after that, we're going to take the 3rd finger over to fret number 8 of the 1st string, and we're going to add the pinky on the 9th fret of the B string. You're going to strum that interval, which happens to be a major 3rd interval. After that, we're going to remove the pinky, keep the 3rd finger where it is, add your 2nd finger to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. We have another fourth interval here. So we're coming from the major third onto the fourth on the 8th fret. That phrase ends with a fifth on frets 6 and 8 with finger 1 and 3. So let's play all that back. So far we have this. Alright, for the next part, we're going to have our pinky on the 8th fret of the 2nd string and our second finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. So that is a C sharp and a G. You play that one time, both strings at the same time. And after that, your first finger is going to play this C natural on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. So you're switching between those two. You're switching between this chord and this single note, the C natural. You're going to play that a total of 4 times. Here's all the new part. Alright, so now let's go back to the top and let's see what all that sounds like at a slow tempo. So remember to practice this slowly. You won't get faster if you practice it fast. You really have to concentrate on playing with accuracy and control. So don't try to play it too fast. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the first guitar solo in the song, which is part of the intro. Let me play it for you first. So this solo contains a lot of legato playing, which means there's a lot of hammer-ons and pull-offs. We're going to talk about it slowly so you can understand it. So the first note is on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. We're going to start with a pull-off from 6 to 5. After that, with our pinky, we're going to play the 8th fret on string 4. Followed by a hammer-on from 5 to 6 on the 3rd string. So you can cycle practicing that first. You can pause the video, give it a try. Moving on, we have our first finger on the 6th fret of string 2. We're going to hammer on the 3rd finger to the 8th fret of that same string. Then hammer on the pinky to the 9th fret of that same string. So we have frets 6, 8, 9. So far that sounds like this. Now we're going to move our first finger to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. We're going to continue with hammer-ons. We have 8, hammer-on to 9, then hammer-on pinky on 11. So again, the frets are 8, 9, 11. Next section, we have our first finger on the 9th fret of the 2nd string. We're going to have a hammer-on followed by a pull-off. That hammer-on and pull-off is on fret 11. So we have 9, hammer to 11, pull-off back to 9. Next part, we take the first finger back to fret 8. We do another hammer-on pull-off from 8 to 9. Move the first finger down to the 6th fret. Do another hammer-on pull-off from 6 to 8. So far, those three look like this. After that, we're going to take our first finger to fret number 4, do yet another hammer-on followed by a pull-off on frets 4 and 6. Those 4 sound like this. After that, take your first finger to the 2nd fret and slide over to the 1st fret, still on the 2nd string. Then we're going to slide all the way to fret 13 on that same 2nd string. That sounds like this. So let's try the whole solo. I'll play it slow for you guys to follow along. And here it is up to speed. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's mini lesson of Dream On by Aerosmith. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more of our weekly lesson videos. Leave a comment below if you have any song suggestions you'd like us to teach. If you're in the Laredo area, visit us at 8602 McPherson, Suite 111. Thanks.